BBC News with Marion Marshall. West African states are preparing to finalise their plans for a military intervention in Mali to force out Islamist insurgents who took over more than half the country in the confusion that followed an unsuccessful coup attempt last March. The UN Security Council has called for full details of their operational plan within 45 days. The United Nations and Arab League envoy for Syria, Lakhdar Brahimi, is due to hold talks with the Turkish government in Istanbul later today, at a time when Turkey has become increasingly involved in the Syrian conflict. Mr. Brahimi, who's just been visiting Saudi Arabia, is thought to be carrying no immediate peace plan. Egypt has seen the biggest demonstration against the moderate Islamist president, Mohamed Morsi, since he took office in June. More than 110 people were injured in clashes between his supporters and opponents in the capital, Cairo. Protesters threw stones, bottles and petrol bombs. The Colombian president, Juan Manuel Santos, has apologized to indigenous leaders in the Amazon region for the deaths and devastation caused by the rush a century ago to harvest latex from rubber trees. Mr. Santos asked for forgiveness for the killing of about 80,000 indigenous people and the destruction of many communities. An improvised raft carrying 23 Cuban refugees has sunk as it approached a Mexican island near Cancun. 2 people have died and 11 are missing. A UN report says the last decade has seen a 10-fold increase in the area of the world's oceans that have been declared protected zones. While welcoming the increase, marine biologists say most of the reserves have been set up in remoter parts of the oceans which are less likely to be exploited. A second pair of satellites have been successfully launched to make up part of the European Galileo global navigation system. It's being set up to rival the US government's GPS system, currently used around much of the world. BBC News.